And hello, welcome everyone. Let me check the mic whether it's working. Yeah, the mic's working. Okay. Alright, welcome everyone to this OpenFOAM video. In the last video, we were talking about getting those wall shapes and the openings from freeCAD. Right? We're using freeCAD to do this particular operation. So that's basically what we are doing. Alright, now the idea of course is to export each of these as separate OBJ files, object files, and put them into your tri-surface directory. Now I have done this already, and I have renamed some of the patches. So I have a wall OBJ, I have a top patch OBJ, which is actually one of the openings. So the opening with the higher Z value will be called top patch, the other one will be called bottom patch. And then I will have a begin cylinder OBJ, which is the whole cylinder together. And where did I put this? I actually put this inside a new file. Basically, what I did is just to copy the Spallet Armorous Rends file over. I copied the Spallet Armorous Rends file over. I made it into a new file called OpenFOAM Multiple Snappy Patches. So I went through those steps, off the record so to speak, and now I have these files, and I just dumped all my OBJ files into the folder here, and I also adjusted my block mesh dictionary, block mesh dictionary, to fit this OBJ file. Alright, so what I have is this case.foam, and this is the case where you just run snappyHexMesh onto the on the file. Let's see, I don't want to skip 0 time. Okay, looks like I cleaned everything up. Okay, let's start from the beginning then. Delete. Okay, so basically what I do, I kind of skip the steps of adjusting my block mesh. Alright, I skip the steps of that, and I just do touch case.foam, and basically when I do that, there's nothing there. There's really nothing here. What next you probably want to do is to do this block mesh. So let's get some block mesh done. Block mesh. And we'll see what the block mesh is like when I just do a reload. Okay, so the block mesh is here. Okay, so this is the block mesh, and I can use wireframe so that I can see whether the cylinder fits in there. I can do the files from the tri-surface. Okay, I will open all of these, and I'll do the begin cylinder. Okay. So let's see. So you see the cylinder fits perfectly, snugly inside the mesh. Okay, snugly inside the mesh, and that's what you have. If I just do the wall, you should be able to see. You should be able to see like this is a hollow cylinder. If I do a bottom patch, it will be there. It'll just be that little circle there. The top patch will be here, and then you have a wall OBJ to kind of make the full cylinder. Alright, so what next? We'll need to edit some of these snappyHexMesh files. Alright. Okay. Oops. I already opened it up, so yeah, it's here. I kind of turned on the castellated mesh and snap. I didn't do the add layers yet, and what I did is just to copy and paste all the OBJ files here. Alright, copy and paste all the object files here, and I kind of do nothing else. So this cylinder object will be called cylinder. It will be registered as cylinder in the snappyHexMesh. Wall.obj will be registered as wall, bottom patch as bottom patch, top patch as top patch. nothing too much there. And I don't really want anything else of this over here, so I'll just comment that out. Okay, using the / and star. This is a C++ syntax. So alright, and I don't change anything else. There are a few steps you need to do to get this working. Alright, so I need to run snappyHexMesh first. So what it'll be doing is that you'll take the refinement surface called cylinder, and then it will apply a level 3 refinement all around. So if we just do snappyHexMesh and don't overwrite, you just run, and in 3 seconds the whole mesh will be done. So I'll just do the case foam, and I'll put a reload, and then you'll see the mesh file there. Not a problem. Okay, so I didn't do a overwrite, so this is what the file looks like. It's pretty normal. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Okay, nothing too out of the ordinary. Okay, and this is the 0. This is in the 0, so-called the earliest time step where you do your castellated mesh. It will look something like this, and then after that, the next step is to snap. Yeah, the next step is to snap. Excuse me. Yes, next step is to snap. And if you take a look, you don't really see the top patch or the wall object file, or the wall patch being there just yet. You'll see fixed walls, front and back, internal mesh, moving wall, etc. All of these are from your block mesh. So not really something we want. We want separate patches. One for the inlet, one for the outlet, and one for the wall, ideally speaking. So how do we add patches? Now this is one of the good ways by these guys. Basically, the idea is to use the inlets. I mean okay, we'll call this the patch. All right. For example, okay, we have this thing called inlet 1. Alright, this will be, okay, how do I put this? Alright, in this snappyHexMesh case, they also import multiple STLs files or OBJ files. I use OBJ, they use STL. Whichever suits you, you can use. Alright, so what they do is like me, they import several of them. But you kind of have to do something in here. Basically, under refinement surfaces, you're supposed to tell snappyHexMesh to put an entry there to tell snappyHexMesh to make a patch. So that's what it's basically talking about. So we'll need to change snappyHexMesh dict a little bit more. All right. So under refinement surfaces, okay, this is where you should be changing your stuff. Okay, so how do we change? We need to look for first thing, let's go for wall. Okay, let's go for wall, and then I'll just yank and paste. Oopsie, yank. Okay, use a visual. I'll yank and paste all of this. Yank and paste. So I'll copy a few more of these entries around. So let's do more yanking and pasting with Vim. That's okay. Paste. Okay, that's a bad idea. Let me make a new line and then paste. And the last one, paste. Alright, so I don't want any refinement there. 0, no refinement after this for any of this, and I want to kind of make a new patch. So how is this supposed to work? Let's say you need to put an entry here called patch info, and you just put the type of patch there. So that's all you need to do. according to this tutorial. Let's see whether it works. Alright, so I'm going to type in patch info, and I'm going to do brackets. Okay, and I need to put in the type here, type wall. Okay, and the next thing I'll need to put is the bottom patch and the top patch. So let's do bottom and top patch. Bottom patch. Okay, and then I'll need to make another entry called patch info. So I'm kind of doing it manually. You can of course copy and paste, but I'm doing it so I can slow things down a bit. Okay. Yeah, I want to bring that back just for formatting. Haha. Alright, that's much nicer. Okay, type patch. Alright, let's just do a type patch and put a semicolon. Next thing it's top patch. Okay, and then we'll do a patch info again. Okay, patch info. Okay, then you put your brackets. Okay. Okay, come on. Okay, that's better. So type patch. Alright, so a little bit of a rough thing there, but let's see whether this works. Okay, let's see whether this works. So I can remove 0 point star, and let's do snappyHexMesh again. It runs smoothly, so that at least that is good news. 3 seconds is done, very fast. And let's take a look at ParaView. Alright, let's do ParaView and take a look. We have a few more patches now, which is great. You take a look, cylinder, apply. Okay, cylinder is kind of patchy, but let's take a look at the bottom wall. Again, that's sort of funny patch thingy. Not so good. But the basic idea is there. Alright, the basic idea is there. See, top wall. And of course you have the wall, which is sort of all of this, but you see that it's not working very well. So we'll need to do something about that as well. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Okay, so what can we do? So, well, you can go to System snappyHexMesh Dictionary. What? Okay, hold on. Okay, let's go again. System snappyHexMesh Dictionary, because I was actually playing around with the file behind, but basically what you would have seen where we last okay, never mind, forget what I said. Alright, so where we last saw was, you have this full cylinder, so to speak. We have this full cylinder. Alright, we have this full cylinder. We have a wall, we have a bottom patch, and we have a top patch. Notice that these 3 surfaces actually make up the whole cylinder here. But by doing so, we are kind of defining the surface twice. Alright, we are defining the surface twice. What does that mean? Okay, so we have a STL file or OBJ file that represents the whole cylinder. One side representing the wall, one side representing the bottom patch, one side representing the top patch. And that's not really what we want. We want just the wall patch. The wall. We have two sets of surfaces here. One is this surface, one is this surface, and they are exactly the same surface. So OpenFOAM in general will be, or snappyHexMesh will be quite confused what you want to do, because you have 2 surfaces here. So one workaround, or the way I do it, is just to comment out this part. Okay. I'll comment out the cylinder part. I'll leave the wall, bottom patch and top patch intact, and let's see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to remove 0.star and I'm going to delete this case foam. Okay, so let's do it again. We'll run another round of snappyHexMesh. snappyHexMesh. Alright, let's see. It completed rather quickly. It's kind of funny, but anyway, let's see whether it works. Okay, VI system, snappyHexMesh dictionary. Alright, so there was no refinement, that's why it's very fast. So let's take a look at what comes out of that. Alright, so the case foam is here. Looks like there is literally nothing happening. There's no refinement happening. Let's do wire mesh, wireframe. It looks like we have some semblance of a cylinder in there. So that's good. Okay, so let's try to then refine it. Okay, let's try to refine it. 0.star. And why isn't the thing edited? Likely because where we I mean, there should have been a cut off, so to speak, a cut off of where this inside and outside should be, using this location in mesh thing. So that probably because we did not refine the same way, we might not have triggered this location in mesh correctly, and that's why the command didn't activate. And meaning to say, I don't see just a cylinder, a clean cylinder. I still see the block mesh. So let's do the refinement right. Let's do refinement right. So I will have a level 3 refinement on the wall, bottom patch and top patch. Okay, 3, 3. Okay, not 33. That's way too much. 3 and 3. And 3. Not 30. 3 and 3. Okay, so level 3 refinement all round. Let's see how much time I have left. Okay, about 3 minutes. Okay, alright, I'll just do this and I'll call it a day. Let's do snappyHexMesh again. Alright, so it will do its refining and it'll be done in 3 seconds. It was done in 3 seconds. So I'll do an F5 to reload, and look at that, beautiful mesh. Okay, so not volume, surface with edges, yes. So you see a very nice mesh over here. We see a very nice mesh here, and take a look in your mesh regions here. You will see very nicely wall. Okay, if you want to see the wall only, you take out the internal mesh, you just see the wall patch, and everything is nicely done for you. Top patch is here, and if you want to see the bottom patch as well, just select accordingly and you scroll in and out on Paraview, and there you go. You have all the patches you need basically to start, and you can name the patch whatever you like, as long as your entries in the snappy HexMesh dictionary are okay. And that will actually save you the whole auto patch process and everything like that, so long as you name your patches here. And you create these patches on your refinement surfaces. So as long as you have this closed surface, the wall, bottom patch and top patch, that is basically enough for you to actually get it done, get the points done. So alright, that's it. And by doing so, you'll be able to run your code. So let's do a snappyHexMesh override, because that's probably what you'll want to do. Okay, so we do a snappyHexMesh override. Alright, let's see. Let's do F5. Okay, F5 to do. Oh, let me delete and restart. Yes, when doing snappyHexMesh override, we actually get rid of all the entries made by block mesh, and we'll just see all of this. And you can use surface with edges. Then you have the wall, top patch, bottom patch. Everything is there. Okay. Let's see. And then if you want to check your layers, okay, you need to check your boundaries. Go to polymesh. Alright, and you take a look at boundaries. You will see here, wall is over here. Then you'll have bottom patch and top patch. So if you want to change it, you can use the create patch again to rename your patches. Okay. Oh dear, did I just delete my zero original file? Yeah, I did. Oh, okay. Let me copy it over. I deleted my zero original file by accident. That's the thing with remove RF. Okay, and I'll need to put it into my multiple snappy patches. Oh, I need to use the AR command. AR. Okay, good. So yeah, multiple snappy patches, and I'll put it here and take a look. Everything is as it should be. So for this, as long as you set up your OBJ files right, I mean the mesh generation should be quite straightforward. Okay, so I'll do a FreeCAD style mesh gen. Only 2 steps needed. You don't need you don't need everything. Of course, you need the transform points, but you don't need auto patch and create patch anymore. So run application, block mesh, snappyHexMesh override, and you'll be done. Okay, so let's do a FreeCAD style mesh gen. Okay, 3 seconds should be okay, and you'll be properly scaled. Okay, so now you see the scaling is right. We got the scaling right. Yeah, we got the scaling right here, so it will do what we want it to do basically. So okay, so this is still a lot of cells undoubtedly, so you can always deal with that later on, but at least show you how to work with it. Excuse me, work with it a little better. With snappyHexMesh, with FreeCAD, you should be able to do this pretty smoothly, at least the basics. Okay, so thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again. Bye bye.